going to learn how to make a perfect recipe for this time of year using strawberry and rhubarb by combining those flavors with two classic desserts. I'm back here with Chef Barbara Mojon Gugnoni. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So we're combining rhubarb and strawberry, which kind of go together really well.
They do. They complement each other very nicely. They've been together for years. People have been putting them together. So
well, we're going to put a little cheesecake twist on this.
We are. I mean, most people put them together in a pie, which is absolutely delicious, but we decided to do something a little bit different. So we made a crust out of oatmeal and flour and sugar and brown sugar.
Okay.
Pressed it into the pan and baked it for a few minutes. And now we're going to make a cheesecake layer that's going to go on top of the crust. So we have cream cheese, an egg, vanilla. We have a little orange juice because we're also putting some orange in with the strawberries and rhubarb to complement that. And we have some sugar here and a little flour and a little cornstarch.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to whip this up, and if you want to combine, this is brown sugar and flour and cornstarch, and put it with the strawberries and the rhubarb, and there's orange zest.
I could do that, Barbara. No problem.
Yeah. So if you want to do that, I'll do this.
In season also? Is that a
It
summer
is
thing?
actually rhubarb can be in season from late winter into early spring.
Okay.
And
do you grow it in your yard?
I did, and somehow it has disappeared.
Oh no!
I had a plant, and then it died over one of the winters. So, but it's actually a vegetable. A lot of people think it's a fruit, but it's a vegetable. It's in the sorrel family, and when you put it in your refrigerator, treat it sort of like celery. Just keep it wrapped in plastic, and it'll stay for quite a while. And
you don't have to peel it or anything?
No, you don't. You know, wash it, dry it. If there's some little spots on it, you want to take those off. But otherwise, you don't have to peel it. You can use it for savory too. Everybody thinks, oh, you just have to use it in desserts, which it's wonderful. But it makes a great, like a sauce to go with meats. If you make a condiment or a chutney out of it and you put it with grilled pork chops in the summer or something,
delightful.
It's really very, very good.
All right.
So, so here I just whipped up the cheesecake layer, and we're going to put that on top of the crust.
The cheesecake layer goes first.
The cheesecake layer goes first, and then we'll put the fruit layer on top of that, and then we'll put a crumb topping on top of it all.
I love it.
And you put it in the oven at 350 for anywhere between 40 and 50 minutes. What you want is sort of the juices of the fruit to be a little bit thick.
Okay.
And you don't want it to jiggle too much when you shake the pan.
Now, and this is also kind of a helpful tip.
It is. You take a big piece of aluminum foil and you make it much longer than your pan.
Okay.
And then you butter the aluminum foil. But what that does is you can pick this entire thing up, take it out of your pan, and it's a lot easier to cut your squares or bars because you're not trying to cut within the confines of the pan.
And your pan is clean.
And your pan is clean, that's right.
Bonus.
And you're not cutting lines into your good pan with a knife, so that's also helpful.
All right.
So if you want to put the fruit over.
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, it's very low tech, just however you put it, spread it around, and it works out fine.
All right.
So then you can cut them into large pieces, like I have out here as a square for an individual dessert at a dinner party, and serve it with some whipped cream and a mint sprig or another strawberry. Or you can cut them into smaller pieces, and they can be sort of pick up little bars.
You could have more when they're small, right?
That's right, exactly. You don't feel so bad. You can have a couple of them and be fine.
This smells really good, Barbara.
Thank you. I like the orange with it.
Yeah,
a lot of times people put lemon with rhubarb and strawberry, but the orange gives it that citrus, but it's a little bit sweeter than the lemon. So then you just sprinkle your crumb topping. I happen to like a lot of crumb topping.
Oh, who doesn't?
So I have a ton here. You don't have to use this much if you don't like it, but and it bakes up very nicely and cuts very nicely.
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah.
Now, Barbara, you're a pastry chef. You do a little bit of everything, don't you?
I do a little bit of everything, yeah, but I love doing the pastry, so that's where I get most of my pleasure out of. So it's very nice that people like me to do it for them.
All right. Well, how do we find you, actually?
Well, you can go to my website, which is www.troybrookvisions.com, and click on the recent work link,
and they'll see everything you're up to.
You can, yes.
Very good. Well, we're going to throw this in the oven. We'll cook it, and you always have homemade whipped cream.
Always.
Any secrets with this? Because sometimes it's tricky.
Well, you don't want to go too far with it because you can make butter. So you watch it quick. Watch it while you're doing it. Add a little confectionery sugar, a little bit of vanilla to it, and you can't go wrong. It tastes great no matter what.
That's
so,
true. It's
yeah.
heavy cream, right?
It is, exactly.
All right, Barb, we'll have the recipe over on WTNH.com.
Great.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being here. And coming up next, I recently spoke with travel expert Allison Umberg about hot vacation spots. We'll tell you where they are after the break. We'll be right back.